It's Indian Wells final time, and it's the two biggest hitters on the women's tour going at it again. The two in-form players. We've got Elena Rybakina. We've got Aryna Sabalenka. It's the Australian Open final all over again, and this is the preview, so let's go through it. That's right, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Here we are again, it seems. Elena Rybakina continuing her unbelievable form in 2026, really coming back to the top of the game with a bang, and she meets in the final. Well, will it be third time's a charm for Aryna Sabalenka? Because she's yet to win Indian Wells, but this could be her opportunity. And she's playing fantastically. She's recently engaged, and it could be that she's going to be sort of enjoying the happiness of this moment with a huge tournament win. Wouldn't that be the cherry on the icing on top of the cake? I think, well, everyone would be really, really happy for her, more so than they already are. Rybakina has already won this tournament before. She won it back in 2023 against Sabalenka in the final. And Sabalenka last year lost to Mila Andreeva in the final as well. Surely her time has to come at some point. But will it be this year? And to get through to the final, she defeated a young Czech player in JG's top 10 for the end of the year. It is Linda Noskova. She did it in straight sets as well. She was a heavy favorite coming into this one, but she did it in style. And Noskova, brilliant tournament she had, but it was not ever going to be enough when you're playing the best player in the world. I would say she and Rybakina right now, it's hard to pick between them, and I think it is the perfect final. I had Sabalenka pre-tournament, JG had Rybakina pre-tournament, and now we get to see who was right. You can see 11 aces from Sabalenka in this one. Only had to save 2 break points out of the 3 to get it done, and we had obviously Noskova saving 7 out of 10, which is a really good effort on her side. But you can see where the service stats don't lie. 74% of first serve points won and 60% of second serve points won. It was just a brilliant performance from Sabalenka. I'd expect nothing different. Done in just under an hour and a half. And her whole tournament has been straight sets, plain sailing. And she went through Sakatsume in the first, Christian in the second. And then it got tougher. Naomi Osaka, but she made light work of Osaka in straight sets. Then it really did get tougher. We had Victoria Mboko, and she took her out in straight sets as well. And that was probably the toughest of all of them. And then Noskova, I think, she'll just be happy to have got this deep in the tournament. Semi-finals against Sabalenka was always going to be a really tough one. And Sabalenka, 14 WTA 1000 finals now. God, that is a stat and a half. And her third at Indian Wells. Will it be third time's a charm? Well, she's up against a fierce competitor, somebody who didn't hold back. She nearly tore Svitolina a new one in that second set, but credit to Svitolina, she fought back from 5-1 down in that second set. There were multiple match points, as I'll show you on the screen here. You can see it was 4-love, then it was 5-1, and then we had match point. Didn't manage to take the first one. Then she served, had match point. Didn't manage to take that one, got broken. Then Svitolina held, and then eventually on the third, she got it done 6-4 in that second set. Good performance from both of the women in this one. I'd say a lot closer than the other match. It could have been less, but for Svitolina's fighting spirit, she was able to pull it back. And yeah, I think Svitolina, look, you can see, served as many aces as Rybakina, but the double faults were there as well. First serve points won were strong for Rybakina. A little bit weak on the second serve, 38% of points won. And that's something that Sabalenka will be looking to exploit if she doesn't get enough of those first serves in the final. This is who she's beaten on the way there. Baptiste. She actually dropped a set against Baptiste. So it's a little bit of a slow start for Rybakina. Then it was Kostyuk in straight sets. Kartal, she was going to win in straight sets, but Kartal pulled out of this one, injured. And then we had Pegula. I thought that was one of the really impressive performances. Straight sets again. And then the Svitolina one. Svitolina still cementing herself right at the top of the women's game in 2026. Such credit to her. And she is right up there. She's beaten Iga again. And it's just one of those players who is just having this purple patch of just great tennis. So to be able to beat her in straight sets, credit to Rybakina. And she's going to have her A game out there, because these two, you can wedge a cigarette paper between them. It is that tight, and it is 8-7 in the head-to-head in favor of Aryna Sabalenka. And you can see, I'll go down to when they last played. So we know when the last match was. It was at the Australian Open in the final. Rybakina was the victor. All of the 6-4s there in a 3-set win. And then we had in the WTA finals, in the final, Rybakina won again. We had in Wuhan, Sabalenka managed to get the win. We had in Cincinnati in the quarterfinals, Rybakina got the win. You see, it's a little bit, you take one, you lose one. But I think a big significant statistic coming into this final, which we surely cannot ignore, so I had to put a tweet out because no one else had mentioned it, is Sabalenka won her only final against Rybakina in their first final, and that was at the Australian Open in 2023. Since then, Sabalenka has lost her last 4 finals against Rybakina, and is Indian Wells where she finally breaks the trend? That's the big question. Sabalenka, it's going to mean so much to her if she's able to win this match, and that's why we're going to have to give our prediction. We know which way JG's going. He's already picked Rybakina. Have I been impressed enough by Rybakina to think that she's going to turn Sabalenka over again? I'm sticking with what I think is, it's in the stars. And Sabalenka, what do they say? You're once, twice, 3 times a champion. That's what I think it's going to be for Sabalenka in this one. It's 3 times a lady, 3 times a champion. On the 3rd attempt, I think she gets it done. And I think it's got to be 3 sets between these two. In a final, they always bring the heat. I think that second serve might get exploited by Sabalenka. And she'll have to do it the hard way. I think that she might even lose the first set and come back to win in 3 sets. But that's my prediction. Tell me yours in that comment section below. And if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you for some reaction to the men's semi-finals tomorrow morning. See you then.